I revisited this movie over the weekend because I was sick. I was at home with food poisoning. With food poisoning. With food poisoning. This came through my For You page on YouTube. So I decided to rewatch it with new eyes. And let me tell you, let me read this first. Soylent Green was released in 1973. It's a dystopian science fiction film set in a grim vision of New York City in the year 2022. The earth is ravaged by overpopulation, climate disaster, and food shortages. The masses survive on synthetic rations provided by the Soylent Corporation. With its latest product, Soylent Green advertises a high-protein wafer made from the ocean plankton. Okay? I just watched another movie that's crazy too, called Shell. And it was kind of like a fountain of youth remedy, drinking your own skin proteins mixed with amphibians and lobsters. As you will see, plankton. The story follows Detective Frank Thorne, who's Charleston Heston, and he's assigned to investigate a murder of a wealthy and influential board member of Soylent Corporation. He's assisted by his elderly roommate. In his final film role, Thorne uncovers layers of corruption and conspiracy. Soul, a former scholar, uses an underground library to research and is horrified by what he learns. And Thorne is then burdened with exposing the secret. Beyond Meat came out publicly to the masses in 2019, May of 2019. And I got a story about that too. Andre bought some Beyond Meat. I want to say this was a while back. It was still kind of new. You know, that's when the basketball player, the Pistons guy, face was linked to the company. And he was promoting it big time, you know, to a black audience. And so the product was still new. I want to say it was maybe in its first or second year of mass production. So Andre picked up some because he wanted to try it. He wanted to see what this was all about, right? I was nappy, y'all. I was asleep. And Andre was in the kitchen frying up some of that Beyond Burger meat. The smell woke me up out my sleep. Ran to the kitchen where I was smelling it, where the smell was coming from, and I told Andre to throw that shit away. It was an undescribable smell. My brain could not register what kind of smell that was. The only thing I can associate that with, by what I was saying about the smell, is the same thing people say when they smell death. I've never been around someone who's been like dead like that, like, you know, where you're smelling people. I've been around people who had died, but not to the point where they've been around long enough where you start to smell the body decomposing. That's what that shit smelled like. If that's what decomposing smells like, whatever the hell he was cooking, that's what it smelled like. I told him to throw that shit away. It didn't smell right. It didn't sit right with my spirit. Because I was like, dude, that's a smell I can't even describe to you. I can't even describe it back to you. That's how weird and unique and extraordinary and bizarre that smell was. That shit wasn't right, man. So, you know, yeah, that was the first and last time money was spent on that. Because that's like one of them smells you never forget. That's the same thing they say about people when they smell people who've been decomposed. It's a smell you never forget. So, Beyond Meat came out in 2019. This story was set in 2022. Everywhere you look in the grocery store, everything is protein this, protein that, protein. It's to the point where I made and went around the store and took pictures, and I'm going to add that to this video at the end, of all the products that now have protein in it. We commute. We've been commuting an hour away from work for about a good solid 6 years now. In the beginning of that commute, when we first moved way out, we used to see cows. We don't see cows no more. We used to smell the cows. We don't smell cows no more. Where the cows go? So, and what's weird, me and Andre was just talking about where are the cows at. And that day that I was home, he was coming home from work, and he said he saw a black cow. Just one. That's weird. But here, no there, though. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest eating that Beyond Meat. And I pretty much don't mess with them protein products because they have that protein mass produced with other lines of products. Cereal, snacks, crackers, soup, yogurt. It's in everything. So, just be mindful of what you're eating. Lower your intake of what you're eating. Read your labels. And just be safe out here, y'all, because, we're on a spiritual battlefield. Act accordingly.